Yo, 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 welcome to the bunker, everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's your boy DJ Noble with uh my co-host to my
What's up, man?
side.
How y'all doing, man? It's been a minute, man. It's good to be
And
back on the stage.
before I introduce the next guest, man, I gotta put a disclaimer out there. All right. So we couldn't afford the real Derek Miner to come on the show. So we got the AI version of Derek Miner. So what you see at the bottom of the screen ain't real, man. It's just AI. So
Hi,
just want to throw that out.
hi.
No, we got the real Derek Miner.
Yeah,
Hey,
You
man,
know what I'm saying?
what
We
a
got the real one.
what a day. What a day,
So I
man.
appreciate you coming on the show, bro.
it's a pleasure to be here, man. Super excited. We go back
Yeah.
to the very beginning of my career, so just being
Mm.
able to come on your show is an honor. So I'm thankful.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. You're on, we knew each other before you were a pro.
Absolutely.
Actually, you were a pro.
I'll
My
be
bad.
at it, but I was an amateur.
Absolutely, man. You were trying to
Definitely
shop
an
at
amateur.
demos and stuff like that. You and Doc were out there hustling, man. So,
Doc, your twin. That's your twin. Doc Watson. Y'all boys were separated at birth. All you need is the little clear glasses you got on. You would be able to
Hey
tell
man,
me.
look, I got a little bit more hair than Doc too. I think.
True.
You know what I mean? I think I got a little something up there. You know
I
what I
will
mean?
say that. Don't cut it off bald. We're not gonna be able to tell the difference between them.
I think I'm a little taller than him too, bro. I got some height on.
Doc's pretty tall. Doc's pretty tall.
I'm trying to. I gotta look at the pictures, man. We took the pictures last year at the Double Boards.
Probably
Man, I got
about
take.
5'11". Probably about 5'11".
Yeah, I'm 6'1".
Okay.
Yeah. I got him. Yeah, I got him. I got him.
I'm 6'1".
No short kings, man. No short kings.
That's a homie, Doc. What up, Doc? What up, Doc? But yeah, man, let's get right into it, man. Tell us a little. I mean, everybody knows you, so I think everybody watching may know you too, right? But if you can give us a little bit background about yourself, how you got started, how you started hustling, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
You can tell us about your mama didn't like your raps, all that kind of stuff.
That's crazy. But so I grew up in a very strict Pentecostal household. One of my favorite comedians, I know he's super controversial. He's in hot water for various reasons, but it's Kev on Stage. And
that's my guy.
Yeah, the reason why Kev on Stage is my favorite comedian is because I feel like I grew up with him.
Gotcha.
So I grew up strict Pentecostal assemblies of the world. So everybody, all the women wore
dresses and
skirts, the long blue jean skirts with the white blocky Reeboks. You know what I'm saying? And they couldn't wear no makeup. They couldn't wear nothing. We stopped short of the head coverings. That's the only thing that they didn't do was the head covering. So So growing up in that environment, but then also seeing the I've always been this way. Like people accuse me, not accuse me, but I have a reputation of just being very blunt and very honest and very forthcoming with my ideas. And now imagine at my age, there's a lot more of a filter, but at the younger age, there was no filter. So it was just none, So I was that kid that embarrassed his parents a lot because he just didn't know when to keep his mouth shut.
Yeah.
So
I got you.
When I would look around at things that seemed very contradictory or seemed very silly, and I always was a rebel in that way because I had no problem with saying I don't get this. So rap was one of them things. Like people would be like my mom, I remember she said, that music is the devil, and I was like, well, they didn't have electric guitars in the Bible. So I'm like, all the music y'all playing, they ain't had organs. So I guess this music the devil too. She ain't like that. No one like that. No one like that, but it's the truth. So that was the thing that has always set me apart, which is I'm not gonna say I'm always right, but I'm always honest. Or I'm mostly honest. No one's always honest, but I'm mostly honest with my perspective. And for me, I always strive to be that. And I think that's what's created a brand that's allowed me to continue doing what I'm doing, whether it's making music for my supporters or whether it's, signing artists and helping guide them through their career. It's the fact that they know whether I'm right or wrong, you got the real Derek when you sit there talking. And I think that's what I've tried to make sure that I've preserved. If I've changed music or whatever, that's fine. I just don't want to ever change that. When you meet me, you meet the real me and not somebody fake. So,
got you. No, that's dope. And so for me, I'm super interested, like, because I follow Kevin on stage a lot too, and he talks about how like being growing up Pentecostal, and I grew up like black church, like I'm in church Sunday through Saturday, man.
Yes, sir.
Superintendent of school board, my grandma run the usher board, like I'm in every day. So I grew up knowing like church is funny. So I understand how you grew up in that black church environment and become a comedian, because black church is funny.
It's hilarious.
How do you grow up in that environment though and start rapping? Because that environment ain't really conducive to hip hop. So what kind of moves you into like, I want to rap, and tell us a little bit about that journey?
So my church was different.
Okay.
And I didn't realize how different my church was until I started talking about the church experience that I had. So to give you a perspective, my mom was the first person to buy a house at our church. No one had ever owned a home. Not one person. Like, we were walking distance from the projects. So everybody from the projects came to the church. You know what I'm saying? So we had drug dealers at the church. We had, you know what I'm saying, loose women at the church. And we had scammers at the church, boosters. Everybody in the Young Miami song was at the church. And then we had some educated people. We had a guidance counselor that was but she worked at the hood school, the Central, we had, my pastor, he actually was an alderman and actually ran for mayor of Columbia, Tennessee. It was a small town. So now you got all these different people, and they're there every Wednesday, every Sunday, every Friday. And you have to figure out how to put all these people together, these smart people and project babies. And it created a very unique environment that I'm thankful for to this day, because I didn't really ever have, our church didn't have the gloss that everyone had it together. They pretended to, but everybody in the church knew that, I mean, my family, my dad was my stepdad was a deacon, and he was a crack cocaine addict. And he would, 1 minute he'd be at church, he'd be doing good. The next minute he'd gone for a week and he done sold the furniture. You know what I mean? So no lie. So that made me have to wrestle with humanity in a way.
Early on.
Yeah, early on. That made me never really look at anyone and think that they're perfect, because all the people that I looked up to was all imperfect. And to me, rap was the form of music that was the most conducive to that. It was most relatable in that way, because rappers don't just rap about their flaws, they put their flaws on display for everybody to enjoy. And I think for me, that form is what spoke to me the most. But I love gospel. I love pretty much all genres of music, but I think that's how the rap thing became attractive to me.
Gotcha.
So were you always like a Christian, quote unquote Christian artist, or did you start like with just secular rap, so to speak, quote unquote? Was there a transition period? What was that like for you?
My first time rapping was at my dad's house. So there was this dude named Devilish D. I don't know where he's at today. I hope you don't hear this pod, but he sucked. He was terrible.
I mean, he had a bad name to start too. Like Devilish D.
All his music was like real dark and brooding. And my dad, who lived in Michigan, in the summers, I would go up and hang out with him. And he had got into a car accident, and he spent his settlement money on this ASR 10. It's the same thing that Kanye produces with.
Oh wow!
And so every summer we would sit in the studio, and he would make these beats. Well, this one particular summer, I remember he had this cat named Devilish D, and I was 12 years old at the time. And they probably worked on one song for like 2 days and got maybe one bar. Like, not good. So almost out of frustration, the beat is playing. This dude is sitting there, they high, smoking weed or whatever. And I just get on the mic and just start freestyling. And my dad was like, yo, he better than you. And from then on out, it was just me and him. We would go in the studio and we would just make records. That's
cool.
But one thing about my dad and my mom, which is what I respect, my dad, he was an addict too. He was a drug addict as well. He actually died not long, or about a decade ago. But man, one thing was, he was never gonna let me be fake. So if I got on there and I start talking about, he actually loved that him and my mom didn't work out, but he loved that I was with my mom because she kept me out of the thing that they grew up in. They grew up in, shootouts and all this different stuff. So in his mind, it's better for you to be down south with your mama because at least you're gonna be in church. At least I know you're gonna be safe. Up here with me, it's crackheads, is people shooting at each other, it's fights, it's loose women, it's crazy stuff going on. So he like, at least you with your mama, you're gonna be cool. So if I'd have wrote a rap that glorified that, he'd have never let that slide, even though he was tripping. My dad, well, I tell you, I love that dude. He was tripping though. he was tripping, bro. Like I got some crazy stories about him that I don't know. We had to say that on the Say That pod. We probably can't do that one. But yeah, so that's why the music has always, I've never really made music that glorified evil. I think just because when you see evil, it either makes you more evil or it makes you run from it. And for me, by the grace of God, it made me run.
Got you.
And I'm thankful for that.
Got you. No, that's real cool. That's dope.
That's real talk.
That's like for me, because I started rapping young too, and I had a cousin actually who made beats, and he would come, we would go to studio, make beats and all that, and then, but I was faking. I was false flagging. I wanted to be, hey man, I want to be Lil Wayne, man. I was like, man, Wayne was a blood when he was 12, me too. So and my mama found my rap book and she put it in the fireplace, man. So that was the end of my rap career. The fact that y'all
had a fireplace, that's how you know you weren't supposed to be doing that, bro. You had a nice house. This man got a fireplace. They roasted s'mores on the weekend, and you out here talking about you selling dope. Boy, if you don't get your butt in the house.
That was it. That was fine. I guess I'm a music fan from here on out. I'm just a fan. I no longer am a rapper. She ended my rap career. That's really cool. I love that. Like your people's just like, hey man, you're gonna be authentic. If you're gonna rap about stuff you know about.
Yeah,
that's
sure.
Super cool. I don't know if you've seen a young kid out of Chicago who's been blowing up.
Yeah,
but his stuff, I'm like, bro, this is cool kid music.
That's what it's supposed to be. But when you think about Lil Bow Wow, that's Lil Bow Wow, one of the biggest artists. He was one of the biggest artists of his time. Yep. And it was just because he rapped about being a kid.
Yep.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like he rapped about being a kid. And there's this perspective. They say that every genre or subgenre goes through a life cycle, and it's the innovation, and then it's mass popularity, and then it is the death knell. And they said the way you could tell a genre is about to die is when the antics become greater than the music. In the sense that rock and roll started dying off when everybody became devil worshippers. You know what I'm saying? When
Start
everybody
drinking blood at every concert.
yeah, when they started, that's when he knew rock and
It's
roll
like,
was
all
on
right,
the tail
y'all.
end.
Right.
Right, it's on the
Yeah.
tail end. Like it's
Yeah.
because most of those guys weren't necessarily that.
Mhm.
They were just doing that because they needed attention. Well, hip hop has gone through a very similar arc. But the beautiful thing is that when something dies, something else can resurrect. So seeing that kid doing what he's doing gives me hope that this next generation is going to be like, nah, we're just going to rap about our life. And we're going to just make music about our life, whether that's rap, R&B, or whatever, or a new genre that we fuse together.
Yeah.
Something new is the youth always create something new. Like hip hop will always be a part of something. It may not be the main focus, but it'll always be a part of something new. And the youth will always have a voice. And I think watching guys like him lets me know that there's a new wave of people that just like my kid's suburban. Like we be laughing. Hey, like, bro, I'm from the suburbs, man. It's like, Dad, you used to go to that. It's almost like when I talk about my life sometimes, they're like, it's almost like reading a book for them. They're like, wow, it's the Chronicles of Narnia. And it's like, that's great. Like I'm glad of that, but it's just like they bougie, they suburban.
Yeah,
they're like, nah, Dad, I couldn't sell drugs, Dad. It's too hard.
It takes too much work, man.
Too much work.
I want to be up all night.
I want to be
outside.
It's too cold. It's too cold outside. I want to be a streamer. Like,
nah, that's real. One of my best friends, we talk about all the time. I said, bro, it's so funny watching you be, you know what I'm saying, this dude raised in the hood, raise these suburban kids.
Yeah,
it's a very hilarious phenomenon.
It's a blessing, man. Like I tell them, I'm like, you from the suburbs, bro. Like, man, look, I don't want to hear none of that. Like, we work too hard to keep you out of trouble. So if you go get into trouble, it'll be because you wanted to get in trouble, not because you had to.
100%.
That's it.
He was looking for trouble. But no, that brings me to one of my questions, because it's not too often, you know, we interview a lot of newer artists, so we get to ask this question, but you've been around for a long time, man. What has changed, you think, the most in the industry from when you started to kind of what you're doing now?
I think the biggest thing that's probably affecting the music industry now is not I don't know if it's a bad thing, but it's a thing. And it's just the democratization of music and art, which is, you know, in the past, if you want to make a cool lyric video, you had to go in there and artistically automate everything. Now you have an AI just fart one out for you in 90 seconds, you know. And the thing is, it's not gonna be half bad.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it's gonna be decent.
Like I told someone else, I said that like AI just raises the floor for what a bad song is. So the problem is, if the best creatives don't raise the ceiling, then we're gonna just be stuck in mediocrity. You know what I mean? Like that's good. What I see is like the floor is raised for what a bad song is. Like you could throw a song in the AI and it's not gonna spit you out nothing that's just unlistenable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I've heard one of my best friends loves AI music, which I think is a problem. But he'll send me something, I'm like, I mean, it ain't terrible. Like,
but that's my thing. It's like I don't think it's a problem that he like it.
Yeah,
because people like what they like.
Yeah,
like the issue is that the human artists, we're going to have to be more human.
Gotcha.
That's how you win. But you have that, so you have that, but then you have also the ability for a bunch of people that aren't great at making music that are able to make it at mass amounts. So in the past, when a record would crack through, it usually would crack through because it was really good. And the person had a story. It was either really good or the person had a great story that would interest you in what they're doing. Now, I mean, someone can literally just force feed music every day and just overload the system with it. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't have to be great. So the democratization of music and art has made it where it's just noisy. It's noisier than we've ever seen. But another thing I think is curation is coming back.
I love it too.
I think people are gonna start trusting other humans to tell them, hey, forget all the noise, come to this trusted source, and we're gonna get you the best music out of all the bull crap. But if you think about it, that's just a cycle.
That's
Mhm.
the
You know what I
radio
mean?
again.
Mhm.
It's just the
Right.
radio all over again.
It would.
There's
That's
always
all it-
adjustments too, man. Just adjustments in the game. Yeah.
yeah, history rhymes. So
Yeah.
when things are so oversaturated, people create new or they go back to old ways that worked. You know, so I think blogs may not come back, but trusted influencers
Yep.
and trusted communities where will matter here in the future. It's just the hard part now is community is new for people. So you have to this type of community in this environment, we've never had to build communities where you can be connected over the internet, you can be connected through phone. And the hardest connection is the one that's in person. Like we've never really experienced a world like that. So now the question is, how do you build deep relationships where the hardest form of communication is actually in person? Like that, the people that solve that can push people past a text, an email, a live stream to actually wanting to see you in flesh and blood.
Absolutely.
That's where you got a real community, and that's where the power is going to be. And it doesn't have to be around an artist; it could be around a genre, a sound. It could be around anything, but just getting people in that place. So yeah.
I think, man, that's something I tell artists all the time, and you probably can co-sign or at least co-sign or maybe see some things a little bit differently here. But one of the biggest things I did early on in my career, quote unquote, was go to where everybody else was at. So whether that be now, it'd be Holy Smoke, or it was Flavor Fest, or way back in the day, Rap Fest, or Holy Hip Hop Awards, wherever the case may be. And there's tons of festivals everywhere. I mean, that's what's crazy about CHH now. It's not just like 5 festivals. It seems like there's like 20 to 30 festivals that people can go to connect. But how would you, if you were a beginning artist or a jumpstart artist, what advice would you give to somebody that's trying to shop their music or shop their brand?
I believe in 2026 that you shouldn't be shopping your brand, but you should be looking to create friends. That's what I think. I think that all right, in the past we looked at big artists like, let's say Michael Jackson, or let's say a Kanye West or whatever. We looked at them and we was like, oh man, this guy is impressive, right? And they would do little things that would just be like, it would just wow us. Well, now in 2026, there's not really much you could do that's gonna impress me. Like, bro, we literally saw a bison ram a guy and flip him in the air and whatever. And it's like, that was impressive for like 3 days. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the craziest thing we ever saw. Like in the past, when you think about like violence and all of that, I remember when the Mike Brown videos dropped, or the George Floyd and all of that. It's like, bro, that stuff is pumped on the internet so much. It doesn't even bother us anymore. Like we're so desensitized to anything that's impressive that I don't believe trying to build a brand looks like trying to impress people as much as it looks like trying to inspire people or trying to connect people or make them feel seen. So I would say the best way to build a brand is to build relatability. That's the best way to do it. And the only way to do that is you got to be open and honest. And it's making artists, at least the artists that I'm in contact with, have to dig deeper than just looking at how can I be the Christian version of Kanye, or how can I be the this or that, or even mainstream artists. Like, you're looking and saying like they're struggling to figure out how to relate because they've always looked up to these artists that's larger than life. And people today are like, nah, we just want somebody that's actually talented, that's not a jerk. because we could take our support and put it anywhere we want to. So you're not, I rap too. So why should I support you? Like, like you got to earn people's relatability. Like you got to earn it a lot more. And it comes from being more human. People being able to feel like they can have a coffee or a beer with you. Like they got to be able to do that. If they can't, if they don't feel like they want to do that, then they just going to move on to the next thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's one of the things I think is super cool. And it's in CHH for sure. And definitely mainstream hip hop is like artist development is coming back. Where like there was a season like last decade where it's like, man, they just throwing artists out there and seeing who's sticking. And you like, you get past that first song, pop, you like, so who are you? And it's like, I don't know, more music. And it's like, but it seems like we're coming back around to where like artists have a story and they have some depth to them. And I think that's really cool. And I think the bring back where like you see artists in person or you see them, you're like, why are they doing that? And you want to know more about the person. Like I remember I got a chance to see you in person for the first time at Holy Smoke. You popped out and I was like, I got to ask him about this. Why'd you start wearing a ski mask? Tell me about that development and the branding behind that. Because I'm like, I know Derek Minor. You came out and you had the ski mask on. My wife was like, is that him? I said, I think so. So tell me about how that developed and give me some background on that.
Yeah, so during that season, I actually was building out a world, and I'm still building it out. I just gotta find we're on to the next phase of it. But the goal when I made the album Vigilante was it's to draw from superheroes like Batman, like Deadpool, like all those different guys. So my logo is the smiley face. So it was like Nobody's Perfect was such a happy album. It's such a like healing album. So Vigilante was so dark and brooding that I needed to make a quick switch to kind of set people's mindset into that world. So when they heard the music, it made sense.
Gotcha.
So it was just making all the aesthetics dark, making all of everything dark, make it more mysterious. So that during that season, when Derek Minor fans would hear Vigilante, it makes all the sense in the world.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that was the main goal of that. So my homie found that mask online. He's like, bro, you should wear this mask. I was like, this is perfect for the fit. So
that's exactly what
the mask, all black, and just everything, just doing that. So that's kind of that brand is my opportunity because I'm not done with that brand. I got a lot more.
Okay.
I got 5 seasons of a television show written for that.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So that's a lot bigger build than just music. But anytime I go to do my more dark brooding stuff, it'll be under that Vigilante brand.
Right? I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
No, that's cool. That's cool. I hope some artists caught that. You just dropped a couple gems there. And so that's super cool. That's super cool.
So what's your speaking of that, man, what's your creative process when you're either starting a new song or you're creating a new EP or album? What's your creative process? What goes into your mind when you start something new?
Yeah, I want to know. Are you more Kanye? Or are you more Jay-Z?
I don't know what that means, but because I love both of them. But
they say Jay go in, he do an album in a day, and Kanye takes 6 months to do a song.
Nah, I'm definitely not. I'm probably the middle of that.
Okay.
I'm not.
Okay.
I want to do a whole album in a day, but I might do a whole album in a week.
Okay. Okay.
I definitely am not a fan of the tweak the album for forever. Like pretty much I feel like at that point now it's just insecurity. Why you tweak that much. So
yeah.
But I am a guy that'll sit on 50 songs until I find the right 10. I will do that. Yeah, so I would definitely. My perspective on albums and songs they are revealed as opposed to made. Just like when you're building a sculpture, it's just a piece of clay, and you may have a vision of what that clay will look like in the end, or that rock will look like in the end, but you kind of don't know until you're in there working on it.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that that's kind of my perspective.
Okay.
The albums are revealed, songs are revealed. So I just make what's in my heart until I see a thread. And when I see the thread, I'm like, oh, this is what I've been feeling. So I start.
So you kind of create before you really have that vision of what you want to do.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
kinda go with the flow.
I'm almost asking, what is my heart feeling right now? Because
Yeah.
people, emotions are a tough thing for people. I mean, for everyone, not just. I haven't mastered this at all, but it's really hard for us to put a finger on, like, what is this? Is it anger or is it sadness? Is it joy, or is it, you know, what is this? You know,
Yeah.
so I'll just look at all the music as I'm exploring until I find, like, oh, I see the thread. Like, this is it. We're gonna make an album about these topics. So, yeah.
Now, do you got the same approach as a producer as well?
Yeah, I don't go into any scenario with any expectations at all. Only expectation I have is that we're going to do our best. Outside of that, I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. And is that something that you've learned, or is that just more your natural disposition?
It's more of what I've learned. I've learned that whenever I try to control the outcome of any situation, not even just music, but just any situation, that I'm probably not going to do a good job at controlling it. Because, I mean, there's only so much I can do. I can only control myself. I can control my effort, but I can't produce a result. That's on God to produce. So I could plant all the seeds in the world. I can water them. I can put the fertilizer on the ground. I could be faithful, but there's 1,000 reasons why a crop wouldn't grow that have zero to do with me. So that's kind of the position I've tried to take just in life. And I'm not always good at it, but I try to be better every day.
Yeah. No, that's great. I think for me, that was like that conclusion that kind of you just articulated. It's probably been the most maturing realization I've had as a believer. Is when I, as a young man, was like, and I'm technically still a young man, DJ Noble.
I mean, we're not going to talk about that, man.
You always look at me weird when I say that, man. But when I was younger,
you should tell them a quick story after you're done with your question, man. But go ahead.
When I was younger, I used to, be wrestling and trying to control and frustrated with the lack of fruit that I felt like I deserved. And when I kind of crossed over and was like, what's in my wheelhouse or purview is my effort, my faithfulness, and just leave that kind of at the foot of the throne. God, you do with it what you will. It's been a lot. I've had a lot more peace since then, and God has done some things that I couldn't do.
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't mean that good stuff's. I found that taking that position produces better fruit. It produces more things, really, because, all right, so if I can't control 90% of things, right? Let's say I can't control a lot of stuff, right?
Yeah.
I can't control whether you like a song or not, right? I can't do that.
Right. That's right.
Nothing in me can make you like a song.
Yeah.
Well, then that means that when I take that off of my plate, now I have more energy to put into the things I can control: the mixing, the mastering, the writing, the marketing, all of those things that I can't control. My output, my consistency, I can control those things. Like, nothing can stop me from being more consistent. No one can stop me from being in the studio more. So then, now that I'm not like frustrated, because there's emotional tax to things that you can't control too.
Yes.
So it's like, you're checking your numbers every day, seeing if people like what you're doing. And it's like, that ain't fixing nothing. That don't do nothing. It's just all you're doing is torturing yourself, right?
Yeah.
So now I don't even really look at the numbers as much, because I know they're out of my control. Only reason I'll look at the numbers is if I'm doing something that's marketing, and I want to see if that marketing tactic has affected those numbers in a significant way.
Yep.
And then after that, we got to go to the next thing because I can't control that, right?
Yep.
And it's disheartening sometimes. Sometimes it's like, man, I really thought people would like that song, but then
I thought that was lit.
yeah,
Right.
but then you say, okay, well, I still believe in this. Let me do another package of content to see if maybe it was the content and not the song. Right now, I'm isolating things that I can control. Let me do a remix on this. Let me get a feature to see if that may bring some more attention to the song because I really believe in it.
Yeah.
Right.
And then if I exhaust everything, then I just gotta accept, man. They don't like it.
This song.
they don't like it.
Yeah.
So what do you tell a up and coming artist or artist that is really trying to get out there? What do you tell them about marketing, man? What is some of the things that you could that artists can do if they have like no budget or not a big budget at all? What can they do to market themselves?
All right. So first off, budget is a fallacy.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody needs money, but the idea of your stuff is failing strictly on budget is usually means that you don't have a good idea. And the way how do we know this is right now the two biggest movies, Obsession and Backrooms, is the two biggest movies, and they're all shot for under, I think don't quote me on this, but they're shot, one of them was shot under $1 million, I think.
Jeez.
And they're smoking everything at the box office.
Yeah.
And it's not a remake, it's in their original plots.
Yep.
Backrooms was
on YouTube, right?
Yeah, it was
Reddit. It's a Reddit
meme first.
Oh wow!
That got turned
That's
into
crazy.
YouTube videos that has become
a movie.
This massive success.
Wow,
it's a good idea. There's a community around it. Yeah, so you're seeing the power of community and good ideas. Yeah. And this guy's like 20. The guy that did the movie, he's like,
wow. I didn't know he was that young.
He's like a kid. Like so.
That's crazy.
And it's not because people say, oh well, yeah, it's because being young, you got it. It's not that he had an advantage. He had a good idea, and he saw it through, and he's good at his craft, right? So, like that, when you look at it in that way, the number one thing that I would say with an artist is first, marketing starts at the song. So I can't put a marketing plan around a song that you had no intention for people to care about. All right, let me unpack that, because people say, why would somebody make a song that people don't care about? Well, if you're making a song and you don't have a person in your mind on how they're consuming the song, you made it for yourself. You didn't make it for people.
Yep.
So since you didn't make it for people, like you made it for you. So when you drop it, you probably the only one gonna like it. So, but if I'm making music for people, then my goal is to say, well, okay, lyric wise, like where does this lyric relate to the human being? Who is it relating to? Where does this meet them at in their journey right now? How could this be useful to them and all? If I can't answer that question, then we don't have a good song yet. I don't care how good it sounds aesthetically. I don't care about the mix. I don't care how passionate you are about it. If we can't answer the question, why should people care about this? Then we don't have a song yet. We don't have something that we can market. Then after that, the marketing plan dang near writes itself, because you've done so much thought on the people that you're writing this for. That's like, okay, this song is about being a church boy. So, okay, cool. We're going to film all the content at church. This song is about a breakup. So we're going to film all of this, you know what I'm saying, with a guy riding down the street crying in his car. Like, it's now the marketing writes itself. And what happens is you got so many people that's like, oh, I don't write my lyrics. I'll just get in here and vibe out. And then the song is about everything. You know what I mean? It's a breakup song mixed with a mosh pit song mixed with, you know what I'm saying, drugs and anime and cartoons in it. It's like, bro, I don't know what to do with this. Like, what is the usefulness of the song? And I think that's the question people haven't asked is like, what's the usefulness of the song? We trying to make people dance. We trying to make them cry. We trying to make them think. What we doing with this? If we can't answer that, then we haven't got a song yet. We just got a bunch of words on in a DAW.
Yeah, and that to me that kind of pushed me back to like when we talked about a little bit ago about like artist development. Like I think that was like that's one of the things. One of my biggest frustrations has been with rap in the last, like I said, probably about half decade or so. Is like I feel like, man, so many rappers just be talking. Yeah. And I miss the rappers that used to rap, like they used to just like really tell stories and put depth to their lyrics to where it's like middle of the verse you go, oh shoot, I got what he said at the beginning of the verse. Like I missed that. Like to me, that's one of the reasons why like your Nobody's Perfect album I really enjoy so much is because you tell a story through the album. Like I honestly think Hallelujah might be my favorite Derek Minor song ever.
Man, thank you.
Because that, I'll tell you, my niece was sick of that song. Like, but like that song is so hard. But like you telling a story in it, that like you said, like for somebody who has walked with God for a period of time can really understand like, man, things go up and down, but God is good. Like,
yeah,
even when like there's certain bars I'm like, no, like that's I was in there, like I was in the hospital so much that they knew us by face, like. But then people came out the hospital, so they know us by face. Like those. I'm as a consumer, I'm like, oh, like he made it. Like you said, who you making this song? He made this song for people like me.
Yeah, I made it for people that was going through hell. Yeah, if you going through hell, like you could play that song, and it's gonna make you feel like I could go another day.
Yeah,
I could go another day. Like, yeah, absolutely. Like that was the goal, was to take my pain and use it as motivation for others. And I just don't think artists think that way because we've made everything so individualized and self-serving that when you're not. I think the blessing that I have as a human being is that, and it's the most frustrating thing in the world, but that I have a community I'm responsible for. It makes me feel the weight of human emotion. It makes me feel the weight. I haven't isolated myself, so I feel the weight of people's burdens. Yeah. And I know their thought process when they're going through certain things. So it allows me to be able to relate. And I know what it's like when they win. I know what it's like when you watch someone go from losing to boom, they hit their stride. I know what that feels like.
Yeah.
So it's like being able to package that in the music is what makes it relatable. But it's like you just sitting in the studio just rapping 24/7. You ain't live no life. Like now you don't have anything to inspire anybody with.
You really got nothing to talk about.
You don't. You just Yeah, I mean, you just got a bunch of words. Well, somebody told me this just a bunch of words rhyming. Dang, that's crazy. Bro, just threw a bunch of words down that rhyme.
Yeah,
people was making AI slop before AI made it.
Oh, for sure, for sure.
Right, exactly.
Like it's. I mean, I remember me and my niece, we do this thing because she's a TikToker, and so she'll find a song on TikTok, and I'll go listen to the whole song because that's one thing too. TikTok now, people listen to 20 seconds of song, 30 seconds of song. I go listen to the whole song and say, "Hey, did you know this song was about blank?"
Right. Exactly.
No, man.
Yeah. Like, I didn't know that at all. Well, you gotta listen to it. This is what the song is about. So that's happening more and more.
Hey, look, I did that years ago. I worked with youth for a long time, and so like I would pick up kids just from my job because I work with at-risk youth, right? Yeah. I pick them up, do stuff with them, teach them life skills, independent learning skills, stuff like that, right? Mm-hmm. And so he's like, "Hey man, why don't you play some Lil Wayne?" I'm like, "All right, let's pop it in." So we started listening to the song. I would stop it and I would say, "Hey man, you know what he's talking about right there?" I remember it was Lollipop. Right? I said,
Oh,
you know what you're talking about right there? By the end of the song, he was disgusted. And he didn't want to listen to it again. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes you just gotta break it down, man. Like
And when we talk about Christian art and Christian strategy, that's the problem, I think, with Christian music a lot. I was talking to a brother yesterday. We were talking about like marketing, and we're talking about just intersection with mainstream and Christian and all that stuff. And I was like, you know, my goal is not necessarily, people are like, you're supposed to be in here to win souls. And I'm like, that's Jesus does that. Like the Holy Spirit does that. I don't have the ability to make somebody get saved. Right.
That's right. That's right.
Only thing that I can do is make them think. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah. I can say, hey, there's two ways you can go. 5 baby mamas, ducking bullets every day, living life just for yourself, or living life with a community and love and safety. Now, you choose which one you want. And it's the Holy Spirit's job in there to connect with that heart and to make the person not want the darkness, but want the light.
Yeah.
After me giving you the choice, that's it. Me making you think about what you're doing, that's all I can do. Or at least trying to get you to think about it. I can't even make you do that. Right. But just giving you a chance to say, like, man, maybe I shouldn't murder anybody. Maybe I shouldn't just be maybe I shouldn't smash anything that walks. Right. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I should save. Maybe I shouldn't just spend it before I get it. You know, that's all I can do. That's how I make you think. Then what you do with what I brought to you, that's on you.
That's on you, not for sure. All right, no, you ready for the rapid fire?
Hey, man, yeah, we about to wrap this thing up.
Okay, man. This has been amazing,
jumping with us, jumping on with us, man. Yeah, we're gonna hit you with some rapid fire questions, man. Go ahead, Justin. Let's lead this up. Kick this off.
So my first question is, why'd you change your name from Pro to Derek Minor?
Because there was too many pros on the internet. Pro basketball, pro hockey, pro baseball, pro Bass Pro Shops. Like, so I had to stick out a little bit.
Okay.
All right. So are you an early bird or night owl?
Man, with kids, I'm all of it. Team no sleep.
I feel that. What's the best city to perform in?
Man, the best city to perform in. Oof. That's hard. That's tough. Man, I'm gonna say Nashville. I've had some of my favorite shows in Nashville, and it's a tough city, but the people that come out, they care. So,
studio or stage?
That's hard because I like both of them. But I think if we just look at my actions, I'll say studio.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say studio. If we just look at what I've chosen, it would say studio.
Okay. What's the last good book you read?
The last good book I read is called Dale Carnegie. It's by Dale Carnegie, and it's called How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
All right. Favorite CHH album of all time?
Minorville.
That was quick. That was quick. I thought that was a bit tough, but that was quick.
Now you know what, man? I'm tripping. Empire.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Switch it up.
Pancakes or waffles?
We're going with the cakes. We're going with the pankeezies. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, who do you want to see collab together? Either Talib Kweli and Dayton, or D1 and the Atlanta strip club rapper?
Man, I want to see. I'm cool with Dayton to live. I'm straight on that. That mud too toxic. I don't even want to see them make nothing, man. Give me D1 with the strippers.
All right.
I was doing that. I
would be
was doing
something.
that. Be like,
That would be something for sure. That would be something
Oh
for
my
sure.
goodness.
Oh, so I mean, you spent some of your time in Pontiac. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, Yaktown. That's the crib.
Yeah. So I got a Michigan rap question for you. You going T Grizzly or Baby Tron?
I'm going T. I gotta go T Grizzly. I gotta go T Grizzly. First day out was crazy. First day out created 20 more first day outs.
It did.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
it did.
I never forget, bro. I will never forget where I was at when I heard that song. I was like, bro, this the hardest song I ever heard in my life.
It created
Baby Trying the Truth, though. I ain't gonna Baby Trying the Truth. You just made me pick between two of my cousins. I don't like it. But I'm it's fine.
Hey man, I'm gonna keep it old school here real quick.
Yeah.
Isaiah Thomas or Joe Dumars?
Oh, Zeke. I'm going Zeke, bro. I gotta go Zeke. Joe the truth. I can't rock with Joe. I'm gonna tell you why I can't rock with Joe, because how he ruined the Pistons when he was the GM.
Hey, wasn't he the GM when Billups won it all? Those guys, Rip and Billups, all them?
I don't think so.
Who was the GM? I don't know who the GM
He
back
was,
he was, but then he blew it. Then he had a
ruined it.
whole lot.
Right.
He was, but then he blew it up, and it was some bad years there.
Hey man, look, I got a worse GM, man, that I'm a fan of. It's Nico.
Man, Nico. That boy, Nico.
There could be worse, bro. There could be worse.
Nico got all out here being dumb.
No, it's bad.
This man, Joe Dumars, drafted Darko Milicic
over Melo.
Over Melo, bro.
Melo, yeah.
That, bro.
He needed a big man.
Nah. Oh man, Darko had never played.
No.
That was a bad.
It was Melo, and I think it was Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh.
Yep, they all was available.
Like, bro, there was so many people available, bro. Like stars available. That was one of the best draft classes ever. And this man, he picked the only dude that didn't play basketball. He the only dude that's not playing basketball no more. No, Joe, it's Zeke off the strength, bro.
Yeah, got to. Well, shoot, man, we want to honor your time, man. I would love if you could say like new artists who are really just trying to make a career as a Christian creator, you know, or just someone who creates content that Christians can enjoy. You know, can you give them one thing that you think they should focus on? And I mean, we're gonna let you go, man.
Focus on being your most authentic self. Like, I know that's hard, but that is where the reason why I say focus on being your most authentic self is because most people focus on being right. And that doesn't because no one's right all the time. So that's unrelatable. Yep. So I would say focus more on being your most authentic self and be an actual like student of the game and not just student of the texture, because I know a lot of artists are students of what something sounds like, but they're not students of the influence. They're not students of what influenced the sound. They're not students of the marketing. They're not students of the writing. They're only they're shallow students. Gotcha. So don't be a shallow student. Like, you need to reverse engineer your favorite artist. Find one artist and reverse engineer everything about them. Don't focus on them at their height. Focus on them when they first started, and reverse engineer what took them to their height. Fashion, connections, marketing, business deals, all those different things. You have to become less shallow. That's it.
I love that, man.
That's what's up, man. Derek, we appreciate you jumping on the show. Thanks for coming in the bunker with us. You know,
definitely one of the coolest things I've done. No question, bro. This was amazing, man.
Thank you. It's good. It was a pleasure meeting you, and hit me up anytime. I'm down.
That's cool.
That's what's up, man. Appreciate y'all.
Man. All right,
Derek Minor, everybody, give it up.
The bunker, baby.
Yeah.
It's out the mud, River Shaw.
It's out the mud. Kobe's 80.
Bet it up. All right, man.
Yeah,
Y'all
we
be
got-
slow.
All right, brother.
Appreciate you.
All right,
Peace.
peace.
Man, that was dope, man.